Just give me your thoughts ahead of the game. Should be a cracking game against Dundee.
Well, I mean, the players are really looking forward to it. They don't often get a chance to play against an SPL team, and obviously there'll be a decent crowd at the game, which is something, you know. We've obviously played at Ibrox in the last couple of seasons, but to go away from home and play an SPL team, I can sense that the players are looking forward to it. Although, for me personally, a week on Saturday against Stirling Albion is more important than what our season's about. But hopefully we can go on Saturday and just enjoy the day.
Yeah, it's good for yourselves because I guess most people would not rate the Blue Toons' chances, terribly highly. So therefore, you can go out there and express yourselves, and you don't have the burden of expectation. You've got a sort of freedom, if you like.
That's exactly the situation, and that, in all truth, that's what the situation is that really we shouldn't have a chance, but. It's one of the things. If we can stay in the game for any length of time, or we don't go behind early or whatever. With our strikers, we've got a chance of stealing a goal from somewhere, or it doesn't even need to be a chance in the box. We've got guys that can score for outside the box. So if we can stay in the game, good. That would be really good, because then I would begin to think that we could maybe steal something. But I mean, I know that's a long shot, but that's the way you've got to approach the game, and I've got belief in our players that if they have a good day and Dundee don't have such a good day, then anything's possible.
Are you looking forward to pitting your wits against Paul Hartley?
Well, I've come up against Paul quite a bit when I took this job. Paul was at Arlo in the same division, and he won it comprehensively. And last year I came up against him in the League Cup at the same time, where he was the manager at Arlo, and he is somebody that I've got tremendous respect for what he's done since he came into management. I admire his single-mindedness, that he wants to be a top manager, and good luck to him on that, because I think that there's every chance that he'll be a top manager, because he leaves nothing to chance. He's very thorough in everything he does, and I think in his own way he can be pretty ruthless too. So I'm sure, I'll watch Paul's career. Hopefully, I mean, I know Dundee's a club that he's really enjoyed being at the now, but I'm sure Paul's got ambitions to go all the way to the top, and hopefully he gets that, because as I say, I do admire his desire.
Yeah, you touched on the strike force for Peterhead earlier, Jim. Certainly the front three, like you say, they're more than capable of causing any team problems, but I guess the issue is you have to get the supply to them, don't you?
Of course, and as I also said last week, I don't think there's any chance that we can really play them in a game like Saturday's in the way we did last week. I mean, I've obviously got to change the shape of my team and etc. So I'll see. I've not really settled on what we're going to do, but I just know that we'll need to change a wee bit, otherwise we could get run over, So Dundee's got clever players. They've got guys like Gary Harkins, Paul McGowan. They'll pick you off. I mean, I felt as though we could have been picked off on Saturday in the first half if Montrose had done a bit better. And we need to make sure that we're a wee bit more solid on Saturday. So, we, as I said, we know that if we can get the ball to them, and we will get the ball to them, then there's a chance that they can do something. But that's providing we can stay in the game for long enough.
What's your squad news for the weekend?
No, I think Scott Ross and Rhys Donaldson both came off injured on Saturday, just after half-time. Bearing in mind, I've got 2 suspensions for the first league game the week after. Then I don't think both of them will play. So I'll decide that after training on Thursday. Rhys Donaldson didn't train last night. Scott Ross did train last night, but we'll need to see if he's got a reaction. He's got a kind of an ongoing groin problem. So Dean Cowie's back for suspension, which he's a big player for us. So We're okay, but as I say, I'll probably need to make changes, bearing in mind that I've got suspensions the week after.